What's up everyone, Gage Psycho here. It's kind of a different little react video this week, mainly because I think that this is something that really just needs to be talked about. So as you guys know, recently on Twitter, Defy Media had recently shut down their Beverly Hills office, laying off 80 workers, mainly with the companies of Smosh and Clever. And I know that kind of sucks for especially the fans because of what the Jovenshire recently said on his video, that Smosh, basically everything's Smosh, there's the main channel, Smosh Pit, Smosh Games, all of it has basically gone dark, which basically means that because they belong to Defy Media, I don't think they can be able to upload on their channels anymore. I think that's what he was talking about, and I'm not really sure, but that's basically what's going on now. Is because these companies and these channels belonged to a bigger company, they basically had to try and either rebrand or find a new space. They basically had to reinvent themselves, which kind of sucks because, especially for a company like Smosh. Smosh has been going on since 2005, for the last 13 years. Smosh has been a big part of YouTube. They helped actually share a lot of inspiration on YouTube. But then, they branched out to Facebook, doing live streams. The cast members all went to Twitch streams. They took up a lot more on Twitter. They took up a lot more on social media. And, that's also because, it's for their own thing, as well as for the company, because it sets a good image. But now with Defy Media shutting down their office in Beverly Hills, they don't have an office space. They don't have an office space, nor do they have a company that's going to help them. And I don't know, a lot of people are going to be thinking about it, and it's like, well, a company like Smosh, you think that they would build their own office space. I thought about that too. I was like, with Smosh, you probably have the money. You could probably just go build your own office space. But at the same time, the entire time that building is in construction, that's the time they are losing producing videos. There's dozens of other video sharing platforms. And I know a lot of them don't want to branch out. A lot of people just want to stick to YouTube because this is what made their careers. But at the same time, it's you're also doing Twitch. You're doing a lot more on Twitter, Instagram, whatever. You're branching out a lot more. Why stick to one platform? If you're a big company like Smosh, you need that office space. If you limit yourself to a certain amount of work area that you have, it's going to suffer, especially here on YouTube. So all I gotta say is, hopefully Smosh does pick themselves up. They take this opportunity to, a lot of people are like, oh, well, what else is there? Is this going to be the end of Smosh? From what I've seen on Twitter, this is not the end. A lot of people are actually trying really hard to produce new shows on their personal channels, so then they can keep the friendships going, and you can keep on making money that way. I personally see it as a way of saying yeah, this is probably the downfall of YouTube. That a company, not even just a company, but a channel like Smosh, who has been on YouTube since the first couple of months. Smosh started doing lip syncs. They've started doing skits. They've branched out so much in the last 13 years that something like this is hitting them really hard. And I think it also hits the fans, and it actually opens a lot of eyes. Because guys, everyone thinks that, it's really easy to do this. It's easy to do something like this. Just grab a camera and, you can make thousands of dollars instantly by doing something viral. that's really not how YouTube works anymore. It's not how video production really works anymore. Is that if you don't work for a bigger company, or you don't have like brand deals, if you don't have sponsorships, anything like that, you're not going to go anywhere on this channel unless you actually work for it. And that's something that I've been trying so hard to push. You know, like, for people like me, you know, you try so hard to do this. You try so hard to do videos, but at the end of the day, you know, if YouTube is messing up, the channel suffers, the creator suffers, everyone suffers, which is terrible. It's a terrible, terrible thing to really think about. And I really hate that that is where YouTube is going. Anyways, guys, I'm going to get out of here before I get into like all the different things and just basically give YouTube a reason to get rid of my channel. Anyways, don't forget to subscribe for more content, hit that post notification bell, make sure to follow me on Twitter and Storyfire, link to those down in the description below. Guys, seriously, let's grow on Storyfire, because, well, because Storyfire, you know, let's bring the creativity back to where it belongs, here on the internet. Love y'all to death, and don't forget, you're all awesome.